Welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring. I'm John and I'm on the Bow River in Calgary, Alberta on a very cold day in January, about minus 15 Celsius right now. And I'm out here to review this balaclava that I got on Amazon for 15 bucks in a flash sale from the company called Rock Bros. And as you can tell, it comes in black and red, but you can also get it in black and gray. I have a thing for black and red, as you can tell. You can see my bike over here as well. But I'm really pleased with this. They say on Amazon that it's good down to 0 degrees. That might be down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit because it is minus 15 Celsius right now, which is pretty darn cold. And I'm feeling pretty warm right now, and I hope you can hear me okay. Now, the neat thing about this thing is it's all one piece. I like it because it's got this cowl down here, and I've got it out right now, but normally I would tuck it underneath this jacket you can see here, and it keeps your neck nice and warm. Plenty of room for your eyes. Now, I would suggest that sunglasses aren't going to work very good with this balaclava. The warm air from your breath goes up underneath your glasses and you get fogged up a little bit. Although they do say on their website it's good with goggles. So if you're going out skiing, you could use it for that as well. Maybe snowmobiling. I think you'd be fine with some goggles. But glasses, they do get steamed up pretty badly. Another thing about this that I like is it keeps your ears warm, which is really hard on a cold day. But it is a little harder to hear right now because my ears are covered. So if you're somebody who likes to have all of their senses when you're cycling, this might not do the trick for you. Although I can hear pretty good right now, so it's not going to be a big issue, particularly when you're on the road. If there's traffic around you, you should be able to hear them just fine. Now, I haven't got my helmet on right now, but a helmet goes on this just fine. It's nice and tight on your head, and it does say one size fits all. So I don't know whether I have a big head or a small head, but it fits me perfectly. And if you buy this, it doesn't matter how big your head is, how small it is, it should fit just fine. Overall, very nice. I like this, and I'm going to show you some video right now I shot at home because it's very cold today. My hands are going to freeze up if I show you some of the other features of this balaclava. So let's take a look at that video right now.
Back in the studio, so keep in mind I am shooting this after riding this out on the trail that you just saw, so I'll give you a little bit more information on what it was like when I actually wore this balaclava from Rock Brothers. And as you can see, it's a pretty soft material on the outside, made from polyester, also made from some spandex and some other materials as well. And on the inside, it's kind of a soft flannel material in there to keep you warm. Again, you might find that while you're wearing it, particularly when you have your straps down on your helmet, that it will block off your ears a little bit, so you won't be able to hear quite as well. So keep that in mind when you're out on the road. But overall, you can hear quite fine, and you shouldn't have any trouble if you happen to be out riding in traffic. You can see the holes here that allow you to breathe through. So the holes are on the outside material, not right through to the inside. There's sort of a mesh in here as well. That allow you to breathe through. Now, if you look here, you can see there's a little bit of a pouch in here as well, and they provide you with this. Now, they say there's some kind of a carbon filter here that will filter out germs and allergies. Now, I don't know about that claim at all, but this goes into this little slot here so that if you are driving maybe behind traffic and there's a lot of exhaust out there, it'll help to filter that a little bit. But again, this is going to make it just a little bit more difficult if you're breathing through this, as well as 2 layers or at least 1 layer of material. So keep that in mind if you actually do use this. Now, looking at the Rock Brothers logo here, I can't say for sure, but it does look like this will glow in the dark. Looking at the slit on the front of it, you can see there's plenty of room there for your eyes to get through. Pretty much the same on the back. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. One other thing that I did notice when I got back into the house, when I was out on a very cold day, once you've been breathing through this heavily for a long time, you're going to build up moisture around here. It was pretty wet, okay, for me breathing through, inhaling and exhaling, so it gets a little bit soiled. You're going to have to wash it occasionally. But I would think that if you were out, were riding for a long time and stopped, this would freeze up pretty good because it got very, very wet. So let's head back out on the trails as it's being used out in the cold weather here in Calgary.
As you can see, my helmet fits nicely over the balaclava, and for $15 on a flash sale, great deal. And for a few pennies less than 21 bucks, I think this is a steal. Really keeping me warm out here on a very cold day here in Calgary. Now, there is one thing I want to bring to your attention. If you're going to go out for a hard ride, you might find it a little bit hard to breathe in this as your respiration starts to speed up. You're trying to suck in air and you'll be sucking in the face part of this balaclava. That's one issue I would have with it. But if you're commuting, going out for a gradual ride on a snowy or cold day, this is going to be perfect. It's going to keep you nice and warm. As I told you earlier, the bottom part of the balaclava fits under my jacket, so my neck is keeping very, very warm right now, and I'm feeling very comfortable out on a very chilly day here in Calgary. Thank you very much for watching this edition of Cycling on a Shoestring. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, maybe you have a product you'd like me to review, you can get in touch with me at cyclingonashoestring@shaw.ca. You can also like and subscribe to my channel, and I'd like to thank you very much for watching this. I'm going to get moving. It's getting a little cold sitting here, but I'm telling you, with this Rock Bros Balaclava, my head sure is warm.